Kiwi says, when times get tough,
and you've had enough,
be a pro
and have another go.
Your Kiwi Can leaders today are Jen and Ruth.
Bonjour, Jen. Bonjour, Ruth. Bonjour. Bonjour.
Bonjour is how you say hello in France. This term's theme is resilience. Resilience means coping with challenges and bouncing back.
Today, we are learning about strategies to help us deal with tough situations. There are lots of different types of challenges we face every day, and ones we are facing right now, such as not being able to go and visit our friends during lockdown. There also may be challenges when you're at school or on social media, such as peer pressure. We are going to think about ways in which we deal with tough situations.
That's right, Jen. So let's start by getting into our Energizer. Ready, team?
this game requires resilience because it might take you a few tries before you get it.
Today's Energizer is called Challenge Bounce. You're going to need a bouncy ball, like a tennis ball, or perhaps if you don't have a bouncy ball, you can use a rolled up pair of socks. I'm going to show you how to play the game both ways. The first thing you need to do though is check with a parent or caregiver that it's okay to use these items. You should also ask them where a safe place to play the game would be. We don't want to play near any windows. We don't want the ball to hit any people, and we don't want the ball to hit any animals. Ka pai? Let's get into it. So the first way I'll show you is by using the bouncy ball. You want to find a hard surface, like a fence. You're going to throw the ball at the fence, perform a trick, and then try and catch the ball before it hits the ground. Try this. We will throw the ball, clap once, and then catch the ball. Give it a try. Ready? Go. Excellent. Well done. You now can try clapping twice before you catch it. Ready? Go. Cool. How many more times can you do that? Another thing you could do is throw the ball, touch the ground, and then try and catch the ball. We should try that. Are you ready? Let's go. Cool. Let's see if we can do that again. Nope. So now I'm going to show you how to play the alternative. Grab your rolled up socks, and the way you play this one is to throw the socks in the air, perform your trick, and then catch them. So what we could do is throw the socks in the air, clap twice, and then catch them. Ready? Go. Great. Now let's try and clap 4 times. Ready? Go. Cool. The next one might be a bit trickier. Let's try. Throw them in the air, clap, touch the ground, and then catch them. Ready? Go. Great. Let's try that one more time. Ready? Go. How complicated can you make it? Ka pai team for taking part.
How do you cope with challenges? There are lots of different ways that we can all deal with different challenges positively. Perhaps a brother or a sister have been arguing with you. Perhaps they've been arguing with you all day. What's a positive way you can deal with that challenge? Yeah, you can walk away. You can go to your room and read a book. You could listen to some music. Perhaps there's some really tough schoolwork and you're just not quite understanding it. What's a good way to deal with that kind of challenge? Yeah, you can ask a teacher for some help. You could even ask a parent or an older sibling for a little bit of their help, because they might have already done that work before and understand how to help you. These are really positive ways of dealing with some tricky situations. What about if you have a friend or a whānau member dealing with a challenge? What's something you could do to help them overcome that? Yeah. Sometimes all you need to do is listen. Sometimes you can talk it out with them, and that way they might be able to resolve the issue themselves. Or sometimes you might be able to help them resolve the issue. Maybe you can think about ways of helping out a friend or whānau member next time you see them having a tough time.
That was an awesome Energiser, Ruth. Thanks for that. So today's activity is called Angle Bounce, and the idea is that this activity should challenge you, and I want you to think about how you overcome some of the challenges that you face. It's best to do this activity outside. You're going to need a door or a wall that you can bounce your ball against. Make sure that you stay safe and stay away from any windows that could break. Ask your parents or caregivers first for advice about where a good place could be. For this activity, you're going to need a bucket and a ball. Don't worry if you don't have a bucket at home. You could use perhaps a saucepan or a cardboard box, any kind of container that you can find. The smaller the container, the harder the challenge will be. Likewise, with your ball, if you don't have one at home, Ruth came up with a good idea during the Energizer, just to roll up a pair of socks. The object of the activity is to get the ball into the bucket by bouncing it off the surface that you have chosen. I'm going to set the activity up now and I can show you. You can make this activity even more of a challenge by adding another surface that the ball has to bounce off before it goes into the bucket. So I've just got a plastic tub here and I'm just going to get that ready now. Pause the video now and go and have a go yourself. Good luck! So how did you get on? Did you find it a bit of a challenge? I certainly did. How did you overcome some of those challenges? We would like you to think of different ways that you could overcome challenges positively, and use these next time you, or maybe someone you know that you could help, is faced with a challenge.
Okay, guys, we are about to get into our GKQs. We're going to ask a question and give you 5 seconds to answer that question. At the end of the 5 seconds, you'll hear us give the answer. Ka pai? Let's go. What's the longest river in the world?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The longest river in the world is the Nile, and it runs through 10 nations in Africa.
GKQ. The landmark Big Ben is in what city?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Big Ben is in London. It's a clock. GKQ. How many days are there in a leap year?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
There are 366 days in a leap year, 365 in a normal year. GKQ.
Remember, whānau, you've got what it takes to change a situation and make it better.
Au revoir, Jen.
Au revoir, Ruth.
Au revoir, everyone.
Au revoir.
Kiwi says, when times get tough,
And you've had enough.
be a pro.
And have another go.